finally tapping into the end of this trilogy. We got Money Game Part 3. Number 1 and 2 is bangers. All right, let's get it.
So when the metal hit his mug, he just sunk in place. 100K holla, chillin' Bahamas. Come home to your crib and throw in your mama.
What is good, HollaSquad? We are the latest squad on the YouTube platform. Listen, today we are back with another reaction. And today we got Ren Money Game Part 3. Okay, now, number 1, amazing. Number 2 gave us the 10-step program to understand the rules and regulations when you step inside this money game, okay? Which is life now, okay? Maybe not for everybody. I've been watching Will Smith pole to pole. Everybody don't live like us, okay? Do I want to jump in the ocean water, go to sleep, you know, maybe tend to a garden? Yes. But listen. Before we hop into this, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, all that great stuff. We got a long, lengthy, girthy one here, so pause. Now play. Okay. Samuel and Ren video. Yo, the artistry is amazing, man. They about to change the beat up? Okay.
Let me tell you a story about a boy named Jimmy. 1 year old and his first words were mine, gimme. 2 years.
Lay off, Mr. Beast. We're talking about the money game. First name he say Jimmy. Look, it's a joke. Okay, relax.
Years old, he was 1 year old and his first words were mine, gimme. 2 years old, he was walking. 3 years old, walking quickly. 4 years old, he was running round the pavements of his city. 5 years old and his daddy told him, listen here son, you gotta learn to be a man. A man, he works for what he wants. 6 years old and he's reading, writing, top of the bunch. And when he's 7, his progression made him student number 1. 8 years old and he's praised for unusual grades. 9, his parents paid for private school to nurture the flame. 10, 11, 12, 13, he ascends and ascends. His daddy tells him, son, money is the means to all ends. 14, solving complex mathematical equations. At 15, IQ 150, still elevating. 16, he develops complex software code that detects weaknesses in cybersecurity protocols. 17, and he sells his vision, keeping the share. Not yet an adult, but he's practically a millionaire. 18, and his daddy tells him, now you're a man. This world don't give a damn about you, so take all that you can. 19, he turns.
Yo, that's one of the worst messages you could tell people, bruh. Listen, take as much as you can is literally the thing that is keeping the unequalness of life going. Take what you need and keep it moving, okay? People want to, bro, nothing bothers me more than when I see somebody like I think a test of humanity is people who give out free samples and then people take mad samples. Let me try this one. Let me try that one. Let me try that one. With no intention of giving back to the one that is giving then. Bruh.
Of profit, stocks and shares invest.
Well, let's back it up.
18 and his daddy tells him, now you're a man. This world don't give a damn about you, so take all that you can. 19, he turns a profit, stocks and shares, invest in product. 20, double down deposits. 21, his income rockets. 22, he learns that truth is just an obstacle to wealth. If you manipulate the data, then the lie will sell itself. 23, a life of luxury, crystal and cocaine. 24, he makes the Forbes list, they're applauding his name. 25, and his daddy tells him, listen here son, while you're sitting in that palace, that don't mean that you won. 26, a business shift, he switches business to arms. He's 27, dealing nuclear and shells in Iran. 28, inside the Senate, money bought him a seat. He's 29, a role of counsel in the president's suite. Now he's 30, his daddy says you're losing the race. You're just a servant to the king, not even in second place. 31.
Bruh, his dad is the worst. Dad, listen, you didn't do none of this. How about that? Let's start there. Let's start there, Daddy-O. Let's start there. Bro, nothing gets people to go on dummy missions more than people who have failed at a mission they had in their own head. Yo, listen, I took it further than you ever did. Why don't we sit, clap, and applause a little bit for a second before you just wring out my whole life of all the creativity and time and caring that I have, wring it all out of me and just leave your hopes and dreams left. No. Imagine you make it that far. You're 30 years old. And your dad like, haha, brother, not enough, buddy.
A big maneuver for his daddy's approval. Moving imports over borders from the exports out of Cuba. 32, moving grams, growing kilos to tons. He's 33, filling warehouses with powder and guns. 34, turf war with nobody to stop it. Blind eye from the po-po inside of his pocket.
Yeah.
35, he gets the call. I'm sorry son, but it's your father. Had a heart attack, I'm sorry, he's gone. 36, getting pissed off, abusing his product. 37, eyes glazed, disposition demonic. 38, with a prostitute, a moment of passion. Heating up a silver spoon and then chasing the dragon. 39, getting reckless and hungry for power. Daddy's words are still driving him to kill and devour. Makes a move against the cartel, but the strategy's flawed. They retaliate and leave him in a hospital ward. A bullet buried in his vertebra and one in his leg. The doctor sighs and says, I don't think you'll be walking again. Fuck.
Bro, Prodigy. Became a millionaire. Your dad passed. And I know at that moment he like, bruh, I spent all this time doing what he wished and never spent no time with him. I know that's what went through his head. You're done. Then my man fell off the bandwagon, okay? But knowing Ren, he gonna walk again, watch. He's gonna become a giver. That's my prediction.
Let me tell you a story about a boy named Jimmy. He was 40 and he cursed the words, mine, mine, gimme. 41, he wasn't walking. 42, not walking quickly. 43, never running round the pavements of his city. 44, inside a palace with a mountain of gold. But those riches turn to rubble when perspective evolves. Weighing heavy on his conscience is the value of gold. Lamborghini for a life, trading money for souls. Jimmy followed the code inside the land of the free. Put your hand inside the cookie jar, take more than you need. And his example is exaggerated versions of me. And it's a version of him, and it's a version of she, and it's a version of you. There's no escaping the blame. The way we live is parasitic. Fuck the money and fame. Cut the music. This isn't entertainment.
Bro, I'm gonna be honest, bro. Bro, listen. Ren wanted a... Bro, listen. I have never wanted to go to somebody's concert really in my life. I really don't care for concerts, okay? Because you gave me the piece of product that I felt like was like, that I needed. Your music. I feel like I go to this, I'm getting a movie, a play, songs. Bruh, I couldn't imagine what his concerts look like, bruh.
This is real life.
This is facts.
The way we live is lunacy, community, it declines. Hyperpolarized, always fighting, then we divide. Truth is less important than the money that we designed. Money's an invention. Politics from our invention. They all come from people's ideas. Did I mention? Border's an invention. Law and order fuel the tension. It leads to people killing each other. My solution?
Hold up now, will we?
Everything is subject to change. We could build utopias if individuals were taught to use their brains. But if we teach kids in schools to always be sheep and put themselves before the herd if there's more money for me, then there's no future I see where the humans survive with parasites inside a petri dish with cannibal minds. Mold will grow upon the surface then consumes till it dies. And our fate could be the same without this story to the wise.
Yo, he's spitting. But the thing about humanity is we could pray for utopia all we want, okay? The reality is at the core of all living is self-preservation, okay? And the thing that he said about the money is an idea. But also, the life you want to live is also an idea. And if they say if you destroy the dream, you destroy the man, right? So if I can destroy their dream, I can destroy the man. But the thing about it is, especially with money and any type of a commodity or currency, whether the currency could be bananas. The currency could be corn. The currency could be livestock. It could be dollars. It don't matter what it is. If somebody's idea is to obtain more of that and to get them to whatever they believe their dream is, self-preservation is going to set in and they will defend it, right? And that's the reality of the world. That's the reason the utopia for everyone is never coming, okay? But what will come is you will find yourself around people who have similar mindsets, right? People who are more communal, more community. You find those people and the life that you live for the years you're on earth will be better, okay? They will be better. And you can't, those who want so much and end up like Jimmy, you got to let them go be Jimmy over there, bruh. Go be Jimmy over there. And that's their utopia over there. Okay, keep your utopia. Our utopia's over here. Your utopia be over there. All right.
45. Jimmy comes home out of the rain,
Oh, no.
soaking wet upon a wheelchair, drinking again. He is everything he wants, he is fortune and fame. He's a fortunate fool with an unfortunate fate. With a 45 caliber aimed at his brain. 45 a fitting number cause his age is the same. Here's the words of his father, it's such a damn shame. Then he presses on the trigger of a money game.
Yo, hey, they need to put this in the schools, all right? Yo, we need some econ teachers out there. Y'all need to, listen, he didn't curse in these, right? So the schools can't be really, well, maybe he did. I don't know, okay? But the money game, this one was the best one, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Telling the story of a person who grew up, and a lot of people, me, fortunately, I didn't have that problem. I have nobody in my ear like, go get rich, famous. You need all the money in the world. Listen, principle and morality, ethics, that's really what you need to teach, okay? And listen, y'all about to hear philosophy holla, all right? I always wanted to come up with a way to explain what is somebody's true moral character, right? And some people will say their morals are certain things, like, I feel like these type of people should get this outcome, but that's not their real morals, okay? Those are all self-preservation morals. Your true morals are the rules that you would like the world to live by before you know which version of you will receive the outcome, right? So there's some people who say like, yo, people of this race, they should get this land, right? Because of X, Y, and Z. That's not your real morals, because you wouldn't believe that if you weren't that already, if you weren't that race, right? So your true moral character are the code of ethics, the principles that you live by before you find out which side you're supposed to be on, right? But the fortunate thing, or the unfortunate thing about that, is people are already born and realized, right? They're actual people. So they will cover up those for self-preservation, okay? But I think if we can get to the point where people can live by, if I was a random monkey ball, right? If y'all ever play monkey ball, the little, okay, maybe monkey ball is not a good one. I'm a random generated thing, okay? What rules am I gonna write into this game where no matter how I come out, I feel like that is a good enough reality for me? If people could think like that, even though you already are you will realize your neighbors, your friends, your family all become a little less hostile, right? Because you look at them like, how am I going to treat them based on if I came out like them, right? What would I want to be available? Or if somebody in my position had a plethora and they had none, if I was in their position, what would I want somebody like me to do, right? And that's how I feel like you got to think, man. It could be, like I said, the utopia ain't never going to come, because there's going to be people who like, yo, forget being in your shoes. I'm not in them. So I'm living like I'm in my shoes. And because of that, those people find themselves around people who are just like them, okay? You got the friend who like, or you got the person you know, they steal from people. They try take people's spouses. They steal from people. I don't know, did I say that already? Anyway, when they do that, word's gonna get around and they're gonna find themselves in the community of people who think like them. And then they feel worried all the time. Oh my God. Which one of them is going to steal from me? When you don't move like that and you don't think like that, the world a little bit more peaceful. Will you get stolen from? Maybe. Will people do things negative to you? For sure. But it's not your first instinct to everybody you come across is out to get me, because that's not how you think. Now, you got to be aware of it after a certain point in time. You learn to maneuver through it. You can spot it from further and further away. But life is just a little bit more peaceful when you assume I'm okay if I run into people who think like me. Because I think like me, right? But listen, y'all let me know how y'all feel about this down below. A little bit of a ranting in the end. Bro, Ren, if you have a Atlanta concert, I'm there, okay? I'm there. If I got to walk on my tippy toes to get there, we gonna get there. But until next time I see y'all, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, all that great stuff, and peace.